What would you say to the fight of this team, down 1-0 going into the halftime?
It's really good, yeah. Really liked the way they came back. I thought our performance second half was excellent. I thought the first half we were good too. I thought it was a little bit more back and forth at times first half, but this is a good team. They have a lot of the same players that played in the final last year. And some of the players they replaced were, high-end support guys that were, probably more than capable. But obviously some graduation opened some spots. So, yeah, night and day, which we expected from the first one. And I said we'll win a lot of games at performance. So that's very pleasing. Obviously, we felt like, in a way, kind of got stung a little bit today, feeling that win was I was in the bag, but I thought that was an amazing win with the performance. But a tie will certainly be fine, and most importantly, the guys gain a lot of confidence. They know what they can do.
Do you have any update on Collins?
Not at this point, just a bit of an ankle turn. I think he'll be fine for Sunday.
It was hard to tell from up here, Todd, but what happened with the Notre Dame free kick that led to their equalizer?
We still don't quite know. The guys said they heard a whistle in the field. That's why Pat caught it, and then he called a free kick for a handball. So I'm not quite sure, but it's part of we gotta deal with things. So it's part of the game.
I want to take you back before the game, something you don't think about, but this is one of the few places that has a practice field, that you can warm up on. Many facilities, while you started late, many facilities only have the playing field, so you may have started even, a half hour, an hour later, because you would have had to warm up there, so maybe you're starting at 9 or 9:30, and if you're playing anywhere else. So how nice it to have an elite facility with a practice field you can warm up on, so you can play close on time.
Yeah, no, our field's the same size, same surface, and we're 20 yards from our game field. So yeah, Notre Dame was fine with that. We talked. Big advantage for us to have that, because we would have pushed the game back, and that would have been tough for fans. So really just kicking off 30 minutes later, I don't think was a big deal. And I think the temps came down a little bit more too, so I think everyone probably was happy with that.
Michael Nessie scored his first goal. What does that do for his confidence moving forward?
Yeah, he's a confident kid, but that's only going to build on it. You can see he doesn't play like a typical freshman with just his confident moments, and he's courageous. He's looking to goal. We see that in train a lot. He's a goal scorer, and the way he turned up there in the high seam and was able to, his first touch, his prep touch, that all was kind of motor memory for him. Really nice finish.
How about what Tommy scored? He almost scored in the first half, and then kept his composure, and then obviously closed the deal in the second half.
Yeah, it was great to get Tommy a goal, because we know last year he played so well in that early part of the season and he couldn't get one. Post keepers, and the keeper had an amazing saves tonight. JT had a couple blocks and good saves. So fun, entertaining game. I think everyone got every bit of that. Our fans would love to see us win, but I think you're walking away liking this team and saying, yeah, college soccer at that level is a fun game to watch. But Tommy getting a goal was great. We needed that. He needed that. That will kind of calm him down a little bit, knowing that last year early was tough. Couldn't get a break.
In regards to the attendance, obviously I don't know the final number, but kind of how nice is it to see even the spillover behind for that home opener?
It was amazing. I told the guys after the game, I go, one of your jobs tonight is to get all these students to fall in love with you guys. Like, not literally, but you want these students, maybe the first time they've ever seen you, to be like, man, I really enjoy watching this team play. It's fun, it's entertaining. They're right there. You can't really impact a game maybe in our sport or at IU as much as maybe a soccer game with how close they are to the action. And so I think we'll have a lot of fans back. And the Bloomington fans came out strong too. A lot of families, but again, Thursday night, not easy at 8:30, but our students were great. It was a great crowd. I think we'll keep feeding on that.
Something you mentioned in St. Louis was how your experienced guys, you weren't really pleased with how they played. Between the trainings from this past week to now, what are your thoughts from your experienced guys?
More of what we thought. Again, it was such a strange game after, we had to look at it, of course, but in many ways you can't over-examine that game because there was so many just strange performances and multiple. And, again, I can pick a couple of those out throughout the years. You just hope it's not, at home. And we had one of those with Creighton years ago. It was like, man, what just happened tonight? A couple others through the years, and we typically rebound well. That's one thing I'm always proud with this program is that if we take a tough loss, there's not much, You usually don't see us, falling again, and that shows a lot of resiliency of the team.
Josh Mayer got his first start tonight. Is he close to 100%? Is he 100%?
He's pretty darn close. I mean, that's one of the reasons we didn't play him at St. Louis. I think it was emotionally difficult for him. He had just gotten back he was playing in training 60-some minutes. We played him at the preseason games. He played 40 to 60. But he was physically cleared to do it. It was just, we really need, he's got the Mayer effect. It's amazing how all those kids are just incredibly naturally composed leaders. And you look at him tonight, and it's like, you guys are all like, I've seen that before. And they even called him a senior at the announcement, and he's not. But he didn't play like a freshman, did he? And I think Jansen was able to come down a bit. And Lindemore's going to be good. He just needed to kind of reset him. And like a lot of freshmen, it's hard to play at that position at the center back as a true freshman. His two brothers have been able to do it, and he certainly showed tonight he's more than capable.
It was another night with an exciting draw. How tough is it not to have overtime?
Oh,
second year.
Yeah, it's tough. I feel we get one, right? I mean, fans would enjoy it. Yeah, it's tough, but they can go the other way too. So it'd been a hard night to they caught us in a counter. We were fortunate with that block at the end on the miss clear with Josh and Jansen. That would have been tough to swallow that, to leave here with just your gut kind of pulled out if we were to lose in overtime. But I'll take that opportunity. I like the challenge to go after it. So it's what it is.
It felt like the goals were coming, but for them to be in succession like that, what was it like to see that unfold?
Oh, I was fired up. I was having a blast. I told the guys, I'm like, that was fun. It was fun to be out there with you guys. I was in it with them. You could kind of smell it. We say you just feel it. You got the team on the ropes a bit, and a good team, and you could sense it through our mentality. They were a little bit questioning themselves. There were some guys going down. I was like, this is the time, and they felt it. So that third one would have been phenomenal. It didn't come.
What have you liked from Patrick so far in that midfield? You've toyed around with the guy next to him, with Jeff starting today, Jack starting back against SLU.
Yeah, it was good. I think Patrick tonight, we've seen so many great games from him. I think tonight he showed some of the class that he has. And he's had an up and down preseason. We've talked about it. He missed a lot of the spring due to his plantar fasciitis. So I think he's just starting to get back into his best form. And the kid is a winner. When the lights are on and the games are the biggest, which tonight is one of those, I always know Patrick will be ready to go. And he did that tonight. And I thought all the guys that played next to him, in this case it was just Jefferson and Jack, I thought did well. I thought Jack, he just has more experience than our group. So I thought his decisions on when to step and when to drop, and he's just a very smart player. And I thought offensively, which is not his strength, I thought he made some plays for us tonight, and I like that. So we have good competition in that midfield spot. We didn't see Hoyer tonight, but we're very bullish on him. So let's keep evaluating.
It looked like you'd switched to Elliott and Barger a little bit right before that goal in the first half. Take me through your thoughts on that.
That was not from our end. So anytime they get flipped on a restart, we just let them stay in their shape, which happened to be a little longer. So we were kind of looking out there going, okay, but there was an opportunity. So you either wait for a goal kick and switch. Throws, it's hard too because we want to keep the tempo going. So I was fine with them just staying on the opposite side. The only thing that was going to hurt is obviously neither one are on their dominant foot for serve. But it didn't last long. But no, that was more out of that's okay to do, but probably went a little longer than we would like, but they figured it out.
Sam Sarver's name hasn't even been mentioned yet, and he was so influential in this match. And I'd love to see a heat map of his, because it would strike me as being pretty close to being all red. But I mean, I know I'm not saying anything that you didn't already know, but how much do you appreciate his work rate, and especially in a match like this where it's hot, humid, big rival? I mean, obviously very.
He's another one. I mean, he feeds. I mean, you see him with the crowd. He loves the crowd. He loves the crowd. I mean, when he came on his visit, he's like, "Where do we?" Because the field board's worn up, and he's like, "Where's the celebrate? Where's the students?" I mean, he wants to be with them. That gets him going. So tonight he felt it, and that's why again we say all the time the students make a difference, and I can say that for all of our. I hope we football and all everyone gets it, because you do feel it. Women were feeling it today because the crowd was coming in obviously for the doubleheader, and they were feeling. I think they had 15 today. I don't know how many they had, but it was a lot. So we all feel it, and we all say it's like coach speak. It's not. We feel that, and Sammy loves it, and he had a very good game. You know, could have had a couple assists. He caused havoc. I thought his decisions were good. I thought a couple of plays back to, he didn't get caught dribbling times I think he shouldn't have. He's really made better decisions as he's gotten older.
What does the next few days until Yale look like?
Recovery tomorrow for the guys that played a lot, and then the guys that didn't play a lot, we'll do a little light session. The heat's going to be a factor, so we'll get it in the morning, which is our normal training time anyhow, and continue to look at video. I thought our restarts, honestly, we got scored on one, but I thought, again, our throws were excellent. We've been working on that. We've been working on other restarts. I thought our corners were dangerous. Yeah, there was a lot of positives tonight in all aspects of the game.
We'll finish there. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. See you guys. Appreciate it.